What's going on, everyone, and good evening. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Our Parents' Basement. I think this is our 70th episode, if I'm not mistaken.
7-0. Way to go, gentlemen.
Wow, that is a milestone. Go us. Very pleased with that. So thank you for joining us once again on the show. It's going to be another fun night. We have some new stuff to talk about. And as usual, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time. Yeah, definitely a good time. I'm Philip. I'll be hosting for the evening, and with me we have the usual suspects. The first is Turf. His real name is Jason, but I call him Turf. Turf, how are you this evening?
All right, we're live.
Did you
Philip
space out that for a second?
He dropped the ball and didn't do it right this time. So
I don't sound that good.
T-shirt. I want a T-shirt that says "All right." All right.
All right.
Yeah, I want a T-shirt that says that because everything is all right. The mood is right.
Gonna have some fun.
Show y'all how it's done.
OPB.
Basement. Yeah, there we go. It's OPB exclamation point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm happy to be here. I always have fun with you guys. I hope anybody listening enjoys the next hour of this. We're gonna have a good time and probably make at least one fart joke.
Yep. The night is young, so give it some time.
Maybe we're more dick joke kind of guys.
Fart jokes. With those fart jokes, we just let them rip.
Hey,
there it is. Love it. Well, Turf, glad to have you. And we also have Charles. And Charles, how's it going for you this evening?
Doing all right. Enjoying the last bit.
Hold on. Can I try this? Charles,
yeah.
How you doing tonight? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I don't want you to be silent, but deadly.
Don't encourage him. Oh, good Lord.
Good thing Johnny's not in the room for that one. Oh, crap.
Anyways, sorry. I apologize.
So,
how you doing, man?
Enjoying the last few days of my so-called freedom of not having to go to school.
Man, summers just go by so quickly, don't they?
Starts on Monday.
Ooh, it's soon. Oh, that's real soon. 3
separate campuses of the City Colleges of Chicago I'll be attending classes at. 3.
Wow. Well, if anyone can do it, it's you. You are a Chicago native. You know your ins and outs around that city, so I got faith in you. You're going to kick some butt.
I will kick butt and take names.
That's how we do it.
How long of a commute is there between the campuses of the Chicago City College?
Depends on which ones you're going to.
Well, the ones you're going to.
Yeah, the ones you're going to.
My main one, Wright College, that's about maybe 30-minute, L bus ride from my house. Let's see, Harold Washington from my house is about 45 minutes. From work, it's 15, 20-minute walk if I walk slow.
Oh.
Then Truman is probably another 30 minutes from work. I'm going from work to most of them.
Yeah.
That urban living, I guess, blows my mind. The fact that we gotta hop on the L or take a bus. I'm like, man, I get in a car and drive several miles anywhere I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I want to go to 7-Eleven, I just walk 2 blocks.
There's not even blocks. We don't even have blocks. I live on that road that you turn right there, and oh yeah.
Is it a dirt road?
No, I don't. I live in a neighborhood actually.
Okay.
It's a gravel road.
There's only 2 streets in our neighborhood. You turn off the highway, and you can either go straight or turn left.
There's a lot of streets in my neighborhood.
Yeah, you have proper city.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, you saw.
saw them streets.
Yeah.
And the Lyft driver who tried to get to them streets got lost in them streets. So lots of streets. So
how can you get lost? It's on the goddamn grid system.
I don't know. Maybe he was new, but that's another story. That story is actually a few episodes earlier. So if you want to listen to that, by all means, subscribe to our podcast and enjoy that episode too. But for now,
that may be a
new episode for you. And before we begin with our topic, we have let me see if I can do it. Sit back and pull up a nice comfy chair, get yourself a cold drink, maybe a hot drink if you feel the mood for it. Cold night outside.
I'm ready for it right here.
Just ruined it. You just ruined everything, Charles, with your goddamn Malort. Yes. See, Malort makes me lose my train of goddamn thought. Turf, you have a story for us, don't you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this week, everybody knows the Super Nintendo or SNES Classic came out, or the pre-order started. Excuse me, it didn't even come out yet. Best Buy sold their pre-orders, Amazon sold theirs, Target, and GameStop. Well, Amazon's and Best Buy came out at like, I want to say 2 a.m. here. I think it was at midnight West Coast. So they all went for sale. I was asleep Friday morning in the wee hours. So I thought to myself, I bet GameStop's pre-orders come up today too. But unfortunately, I had stuff I had to do. A good friend of mine's dad passed away. So the funeral was Tuesday. How inconsiderate of him, right?
Rude.
Yeah. Something he didn't even know anything about or care or, minor things. But we had the funeral Tuesday, so I'm suited up. I got the suit and tie on, looking suave, ready to go pay respects and all that, and back my buddy up through a difficult time. But there's still time. We're gonna stop by GameStop, and I went by and saw this young lady at GameStop and said, "Hey, lady, how about those Super Nintendo pre-orders? Are they out yet?" She said, "No, there's nothing. Let me look in the computer." She click, nothing. Say, "Oh, okay." Well, I got a feeling it's going to happen today. So she's like, "Well, they haven't told us anything yet." I said, "You haven't told us anything, wink, wink, or you really don't know anything?" She said, "No, I really hadn't heard anything." And I will say, my GameStop, people like to gripe and beat on GameStop and complain about it. My GameStop is phenomenal. The one here they're great. They're always good to me. They, hit me up if things come out and like, "Hey, by the way, we got pre-orders coming up that you might be interested in, or pre-orders just started for X you might be interested in." Oh, cool. So I get a phone call, or I go to my hometown, which is, you go to BFE, where if you don't know where BFE is, Google it. You go to BFE and take a left. That's about where I grew up. And there's no self-service in this town. So I'm sitting in the church at noon and don't know, I'm just doing, adult things, trying to be good to the family, help everybody out. And then I get back, I leave, and I'm going to go back to the house, and I get my phone just explodes all of a sudden about the time I get back to cell service area where I get cell signal. There we go. I have text from 3 people I know, text from GameStop, missed calls from GameStop saying, "Hey, the pre-order started. You might want to get down here." And they're like, "Dude, they're looking for you at GameStop. Where are you?" I'm like, "Man." And then one of my buddies was in there. He's like, "He's not going to be around. He's at a funeral. Nobody can probably get a hold of him." I'm like, oh. So the Super Nintendo pre-orders came and went. Everybody was good to me and tried to call me and let me know, but I was unable to be gotten a hold of. So I will be hunting like everybody else for an SNES Classic come this holiday season. Ouch.
Man, I hate that it happened. Like the timing was just so off.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been any worse. It straight up and down noon. It was, I guess, 10 o'clock West Coast. So that that went live when the stores opened up on the West Coast, and I missed it.
Wait, if your friend was at GameStop, like could he have done a pre-order in your name too? Could he have done that?
They only had 6. And what they did, he didn't even get one of the originals.
Oh,
I guess some of those guys could, but then they did bundles after that.
Oh,
that GameStop had available on their website. You could bundle it with a book and a controller for like $120 instead of the $80 version, which I didn't. What I was going to do is I might have kept it and used the Bluetooth controller. The book would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have kept it all because it would have been cool to have. And I'll put a Bluetooth controller to use.
Sure.
And so I hate that it happened, but it happened. And then they had they had those bundles. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. With different stuff. And then they sold all those out. And then they had another bundle that people were buying. They had $140 bundle that people were buying. Yeah. So I went by about 2:30 or 3. It was about the time I got to go by, and they sold one of the last bundles while I was sitting there waiting. So I missed out, but like I said, I'll find one. Maybe there'll be plenty, or at least enough that I can find one.
Well, you kind of bought your NES Mini just by chance. You were just
right. I did. I bought it by chance. I bought a second one by chance too that I gave to my brother for Christmas.
Yeah. So I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, I can find another one.
All right. We have faith in you. Well, thanks for sharing that story with us, Turf. I know you're a little down in the dumps now because of it, so I know just the thing to cheer you up, and that would be a topic that our Parents Basement just loves doing. It is a little something we call Hear Me Out. In this segment, we try to convince others and our listeners to try a game, that's maybe a little different from what they're used to. Try something new, try something fun, try something fresh, if you will. We are going to do that tonight. However, we have a little bit of a twist with Hear Me Out. We're going to do one game where we try to convince everyone to play. We're also going to talk about a game where we want you to not play it. We want you to avoid it. We want to talk about a game that is so bad, so crappy, that we have to do our due diligence as good American citizens to prevent anyone from playing it at all, ever. If you know someone who plays this game, then you can't trust them. Like, that's how bad the games are supposed to be. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I'm looking forward to it. Might cause some drama. Might upset a few people, but hey, if
I'm stepping on toes, man. I'm stepping on toes.
If you're not doing anything like that, then you're not relevant. So let's just get this show on the road. First of all, let me ask you guys this. Do you want to do the good game first or do the bad game first? How do you want to go about this?
Start off with the crappy games. Just start with the shit.
Controversy creates cash, man. That's how we do it on our Parents' Basement. All
right. It's the OPB way. So we're going to do the bad game first. And Charles, how about you get us started?
Well, this is not just one. It's like, series of bad games,
Ooh, he says
it's made by very many people. This is going to, Sega CD, those full motion video games, those FMV games. It's so repetitive. You play it once or twice, you know the pattern. It gets too easy. The video is crap. The controls are crap. Some of the games, if you don't have the Sega mouse, it's almost impossible to game. Like I said, like Who Shot Johnny Rock? There's one part you're in a funeral parlor, and something's always shooting at you. You can't see the guy jump out. Next thing you know, you're getting fucking shot and you're dead. So
that's not cool.
Yeah, those, their quality's not good. For them, it's like amazing, but now they don't hold up. And I just if you're collecting them, collect them. But I play them when I'm bored sometimes. But I get so annoyed. I'm like fuck this shit. I'm done with this.
I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed Mad Dog McCree. I had it for the PC back in the day, and I loved it. And it was repetitive. And it really wasn't that good. But I'm kind of a sucker for Western games and the cheesiness of it. And
yeah.
I think part of it was like my computer back then sucked. And so I knew people that had Mad Dog McCree. And then when I got a computer that was capable of running it, I got it. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And you get to shoot the fuse on the dynamite and you get to stuff will blow up and you can save the land or the miner. And I don't know. It was silly and it was fun. I don't think it was that good of a game, but in small doses, like being a arcade style game, you just put a quarter in it, try to do it. That kind of thing was cool. I mean, it wasn't an arcade game; it was a PC game, obviously. But that style, where you just played it for 5 minutes at a time, I had fun with it.
They can be fun to a limit, but it's just. If you focus so much on them, like no, it's just if you could play through them once fully, it's it's same thing over again. You could track everything. Where to go. It's there's the same reaction all the time. So.
That's what we talked about. Was it last week we did the 32X?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Or 2 weeks ago.
Maybe. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
2 weeks
ago.
ago?
It was we talked
Yeah, 2
about
weeks ago.
the Sega CD and 32X and some of those
Mhm.
games. That Scottie Pippen basketball game. I was kind of fascinated by that, even though it's the same animations, or I say FMV motions over and over. It was a cool concept that you got to make a game with actual video of Scottie Pippen. You know, it was. I don't know. They were a spot in history, and they may suck now, and maybe nobody should ever play them again. But it's cool to watch the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Best admired from afar.
it's and you know it's like Night Trap's one of them, but you know they've got that weird cult following, even though you know it's look at the gameplay.
The only reason anybody cares about Night Trap was because it caused so much controversy.
Right.
Yeah, that you know it didn't cause controversy. You know, if it would have been remastered, it would have been a big deal.
Speaking
I
of,
agree.
did either one of y'all get Night Trap?
No,
Nah, I lost interest.
I did.
You know,
I bit. I went ahead and got it.
Did you play it yet?
No, I just got it in yesterday, and I'm just. This is stupid, but it's probably just going to sit over sealed, and I'll never play it. I just kind of the hype got me.
Yeah, the hype got to yeah.
I got Wonder Boy the week before, and I haven't opened it yet, but I'm probably going to open it because I really want to play it.
All right.
Wonder Boy.
Yeah, I was looking for games today that I didn't think were very good. So I was going through my collection on vgcollect.com, a wonderful website where you can catalog and store all of your gaming collection.
Ding!
That's vgcollect.com. Ding.
So I was on VG Collect going through stuff, and I was looking through my PS4 games.
Sure.
I'm like, well, because I had a PS4 game in mind that kind of sucks, but I really wanted to like, and I did like it first, but then it really started to suck. Star Wars Battlefront. But pardon me, I was going through my PS4 games, and like they're all limited run games. I have probably half of them of my PS4 games are limited run games. They're all down here on the shelf, all 15 of them or whatever that I've bought.
Damn.
Well, dude, I went a long time. I went over
you were dedicated.
buying all of them, and then they started releasing one or two every week, and it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, can't keep up.
That's too many. When it was one a month, I was on board.
Yeah,
I was there every time. But then it got to, and then it was hard to stop because I was in the whatever of it, the mania. And when I finally did quit, it was good. It felt good to finally it was a relief that I didn't have to worry about it. All you fools that are going to try to get ease tomorrow, good luck. If
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I mean, I had the collector's one pre-order from Play Asia, but you know, I kind of want the other game they're releasing too, so I'll go for it. But if I don't get it, I won't be too upset about it.
Okay,
put it that way.
Well, but I'm not going to worry about ease tomorrow because I'm not getting back on that train. I'm just not doing it.
Right.
But I did do the last 2 weeks. It was kind of a rush to get in there amongst the idiots and get them. I was like, man, I got to get it now. And I'd missed Night Trap in the morning. I think it was Night Trap. Yeah, it was Night Trap that I'd missed in the AM, and in the PM, it sold out in like 2 minutes.
Crazy, just ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. But yeah. Anyways, Charles, full motion video. Sorry.
Yeah. So, you know, as I say, it's now there's not too much to it. You know, you look at, you know, does it hold up well? You know, even then, you know, I'm like, you know, how would this be fun to play? You know, it's just the same repetitive thing. Nothing ever changes. Its controls are bad. Even, you know, some of that Sega Genesis control doesn't really work too well for those games. You have to be so exact on all that.
Yep.
You know, if you're off by a bit, you know, forget about it. But those full motion video games, they're just, if you want to collect, but you know, don't expect phenomenal gameplay out of them. You're gonna play them, so just warning you guys. So if you want to play them, don't play them. But if you just want to collect, get them for the collection.
Well, your hear me out was pretty PC. That was pretty tame. I was looking for some bloodshed, but that's a good way to lead us off, though. Is there more you wanted to add to that?
That's about all I could really sum up with full motion video stuff. It's just, it was a gimmicky thing at the time. You know, they're trying to advance, video game. This is gonna be the future for video gaming. And like, no, it's not. So it died out pretty quickly.
Yeah, Elsa for a hot minute. So,
and like the Sega CD had, I don't know how many of those games are FMV, but I think a good chunk of them were.
well, speaking of which, did you get that one I sent you?
The golf one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, links.
Enjoy.
Yeah, and it said postage due on the envelope for some odd reason.
It did?
But the person who dropped off, they didn't collect it. Try to collect any money.
Oh well, hey, whatever works.
So,
Well, Charles, good way to lead us off. Turf, what about you? Do you have? Was there more you wanted to add, my friend?
that's all I had for that.
Okay. What about you, Turf? What do you want us to not play ever
All
in
right.
our life?
It's not just a game. Well, it kind of leads off a game that's pretty recent, but this series, there's a whole series of games that has deep roots. And these are deep roots that many gamers, many retro gamers, especially many 90s kids really, they hold dear to. And I'm going to tell y'all because recently my son, he got some of his birthday money out and said, "Daddy, I'm going to buy this game."
Oh, I think I know where this is going. But
I
keep
said,
going.
"Okay, son, no problem. We went into Walmart. We bought us a Nintendo download card and came home and he bought Sonic Mania.
Yeah, oh, it is. I thought you were going to say that. Drama.
Sonic Mania. I pulled old Sonic 3 off the shelf because I wanted some show and tell for Sonic. Sonic sucks. And I say that not just as a Nintendo fanboy, but as a rational human being. I have points to back up why Sonic blows big blue balls. All right. And it reads, Sonic sucks. Sonic came out in 1991. It was trying to compete with Nintendo and Mario. Sega needed a mascot, and Altered Beast just wasn't cutting it. So they developed this little blue hedgehog with an attitude. He would tap his foot, he would wave his finger, and he had spikes on his head. He was the 90s mascotified.
Yeah, he was a 90s.
I would say personified, but he was a mascot, so he wasn't real. But he was whatever the not real version of personified is. So anyways, so the whole idea, the draw of Sonic is blast processing. We can run really, really fast to the right. Okay. You ask anybody you can ask anybody what they like about Sonic is like, yeah, you could run fast, you hit the loop-de-loop and you do the corkscrew and okay, cool. That's fine and dandy. You also remember get them to describe a level to you. They'll describe Green Hill Zone, the very first level, because not many people made it past that. Like they might have made it to the chemical plant. But that was about it. They didn't really play Sonic. People that claim they like Sonic didn't really play it. And the reason I say that the game was a stupid premise. You run right and go fast, but the game would punish you for going fast. You would get going really good, and then you would hit some spikes. You would run into an enemy because you were going too fast. There was no amount of quick reflexes or that button press, that twitch button press to dodge these guys. You had to either memorize it or slow down. And what's the point of slowing down when you're Sonic the Hedgehog and your only thing in life to do is go fast? So you would either hit these things and you would, it would slow you down, or you would have to do you would have to slow down to get past the traps that were meant to hit you. Either way, you had to slow down in a game that the only cool part of it is going fast. So you ran to the right, you run into stuff, you slow down, and then there was these minor puzzles in it to try to figure out where to go, what to break through, and things like that, which once again slowed you down. And when you weren't going fast, the platforming sucks. It's just
it's terrible.
You would run too fast and run off the edge. These are valid points why Sonic sucks, just so y'all know. Then there was the rings. F the rings. So the rings in Sonic, and I'm talking about Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Mania. This didn't really. I don't know much about the 3D ones because I never really played them. But if you collect all these rings, and they were your health and they were your currency, or they put rings in the game to answer to Mario's coins.
Yeah, they put a ring on it, if you will.
Yeah. You could put a ring on it. Anyways, Destiny's Child aside.
Focus.
So there's all these rings, and the only purpose of the rings, Sonic put them in there so they could say, "Look how many things we have on screen that are animated." Ooh, they're moving rings. That's the only thing they were built for. So we're going fast, but we go too fast, we're punished. So we have to slow down. So we're slowing down in a game. We're supposed to go fast. We're going to collect rings because Mario collected something and we needed to too. So we collect rings and then we get hit and they go everywhere. So I have to grab one ring and keep going. Yeah. I mean, it was cool to get one, get a hit where you didn't die, but it sucked to pick up. I've got 84 rings and there they all went. And I pick up 25 of them. Boo. And you don't get hit. Well, I was trying not to, but I was going fast because that's what was fun to do. All right. And my last point, I guess, the enemies sucked. And in any Sonic or in all the 2D Sonic games that you think of when you think Sonic the Hedgehog, go fast to the right, run into stuff. Sorry, folks. The enemies sucked. They were all really, really lame. They were not really one-dimensional. There was one kind of enemy. They might have looked different, but there wasn't any variation. You look at Mario World, you've got the caterpillars, you've got what was that dude? The Chuck. What was his name? Touchdown Chuck. The football player dude.
Oh yeah.
You had the Goombas, you had and they functioned, they moved different. They had different attributes, I guess, more character to them even. Sonic didn't have that. Sonic had this animal has been turned into a robot. And he walks back and forth, or he's standing in this one spot. You really don't know what he was doing. He might have been because you were going too fast. You just ran into him. So there we go. Mario was by far superior for one, but taking the comparison out of it, even if Mario was never a thing, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and Sonic Mania none of them would be a good game, and you should never play them.
Damn.
Because Genesis does,
drama.
Nintendo don't.
Yeah, Genesis does make bad games. Genesis does choose shitty mascots.
Oh man,
that's two of us shitting on Sega right now so far.
Is this game from Sega? No, it's not.
Okay. And Sonic.
Well,
wow.
So, I would like to take a minute, just a few seconds, to say, does anyone have a rebuttal?
I agree with everything.
I
know how I feel about Sonic. I mean, so.
Charles, do you have anything to say about Sonic?
I'm neutral on Sonic.
It doesn't matter what you have to say.
Okay, Dwayne The Rock Johnson turf.
Been in the gym for the last 72 hours. I've eaten 15 cows today. I am The Rock.
Lord, this is getting intense.
Rock of the Rock.
So, Turf, anything you wanted to add to that Sonic rant? Because I'm
good. Sonic just blows. Sega did make good games. They made several good games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sonic just wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what's funny for us kids who lived through the 90s, going for the Sega Nintendo wars, and look at Sonic is on Nintendo now.
Yeah,
he's in Smash Brothers.
And he's still not good in Smash Brothers. He runs off the edge.
He's annoying in Smash Brothers when he is. I'll tell you that much. He's so weak.
Especially when I play it.
He's so hard to hit, though.
He is hard to hit, but he also runs himself off the edge.
Yeah, wish more people would do that, but that's another story. So, well, whenever I do hear me out, I always look for a game that's kind of affordable. So, in case you don't listen to our advice and you want to throw caution to the wind, you can still buy it for a cheap amount. But I wanted to go with a theme tonight, and the theme tonight was Female Ninja. So for the first game, which you should never play, let's get to the title. It is called, I have it right here, it's called Red Ninja, End of Honor. And as you can see from the cover, she is a busty-looking broad wielding a cool weapon. It's a little dagger right there. Attached to the dagger is this razor-sharp wire. And the premise is actually pretty cool. You play as this girl. I forget her name. What's her name again? Kurenai. So you play as Kurenai, and she was left for dead. And now she's on a quest for revenge. The weapon they used to try to assassinate her was this Law was this weapon she's holding now. It's basically a makeshift grappling hook. So the game promises you that you can perform stealth kills with this weapon and hang from it and swing across limbs and do all these cool stealth kills. The game says you can seduce enemies because she's kind of busty, so good for her.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but and hey, a cool story about revenge. This woman's gonna fight the power, get your revenge, girl. Do your thing. But it is the worst gameplay. One of the worst gameplays I've ever had the experience of touching on the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Think of a game with a really bad camera. Now magnify that times 10. Think of a game with really clunky controls. Now magnify that times 10. Think of a game with really crappy voice acting. Magnify that times 10. This is what Red Ninja will offer you. It is so bad, and the camera gets so messed up. Like I was playing against a boss, and you had to do these precise button inputs. The camera kept on shifting in some weird perspective. I literally had to turn away like this, and because I was getting motion sickness. That's how bad the camera was. It was awful, and it looked so promising. It looked like it'd be so cool, but it wasn't. It is probably one of the worst games I've ever played. So if you are in the store or you're game hunting and you see this, don't let that nice rack fool you. Avoid it. Avoid this game at all costs.
So big boobs and a big knife don't equal good game.
That's what I call it Saturday night.
See, you are a mathematician, Charles, in charge. So
that should be on a T-shirt. Big
what?
Boobs and a big knife don't equal a good game.
That could work. I buy it. Hey, anything to spread the word about that shitty game, I'm down for it.
But what about the lasers?
What about one? That's like so 2 years ago. So it is funny. But yeah. So that's my game for that segment.
All
So
right.
let's brighten the mood. Let's talk about games we recommend to others. Let's get back into the swing of things.
All right.
Charles, I leave it to you.
All right. This is a game I've been playing recently on the PS4. Got a free download. It's Just Cause 3.
Tree.
Three. Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
He went native on us.
You did.
Yeah, see, this here game, you get this guy named Rico Rodriguez, and he liberates all these countries from dictators and all that stuff there.
It's hilarious to hear Charles do a Chicago accent because it's like, I don't know. It's like watching Inception.
When I ham up my accent too. But.
Yeah.
When you ham it up, it's even better. But when you really get going, that's when it comes out that way too.
It comes out that way. Hey, I thought we won't do any more fart jokes.
Oh my, there it is.
Anyway,
so Just Cause 3. What else you got?
It's a fun game. Like an open world thing. You're trying to overthrow this dictator guy. So you're running around liberating these provinces and towns of these provinces. You got to get them all and to liberate areas. There's certain missions you got to do, which are fun, but the main thing is just the gameplay. It's pretty much open world. You're liberating the country, but you could steal the people's cars who you're liberating the country from.
Yeah, you gotta.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I discovered I could steal a dump truck. Not just a small. It's like a big mining dump truck. It takes up like. There's this 4-lane road. I'm taking out 3 of the lanes, and I'm driving on and running over all the cars.
Well, what else?
It's all in the name of justice and love.
Yeah.
So it's for a good cause. It's your just cause.
Yeah. So you can fly. You can fly a helicopter, fly jets, and you can jump out of these jets. You got a parachute. You got a wingsuit. It's ridiculous. So sometimes I try to freak out Jenny. She doesn't like it when I'll get an airplane. I'll just fly as high as I can, and all of a sudden I just jump out of it, and I'll just free fall until
you can do that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can free fall till you're maybe 100 feet off the ground, pop your parachute, and you're fine.
Just Cause 3. All right, that sounds
You're-
kind of fun.
I'm like, I wish I had did a screen share or video. One of my first times I got killed in the game. I got killed by a nun driving a car.
Ooh.
That'll happen. I mean,
There's these nuns driving around, and but I did steal another nun's car the other day. So
she was going to feed the children.
Mhm.
nah.
She was going to help the sick. We'll have.
She's going to break the
none of
habit,
that.
if you will.
Well, and I got sure that thing was one thing I messed up in the game. I mean, you could have certain vehicles drop to you, like boats, planes, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm on this oil rig. I throw my, transponder out for the drop, not knowing where I'm dropping it. Threw it in the water. I woke up, I'm like, oh crap, the top of the thing is there. So boat lands on top of the thing, and I spent like 10 minutes like tethering it off the tethers you shoot from your hand to get into the water. If I finally get in the water, it's upside down. So another
If I
10
had a
minutes. Another 10 minutes to write it up, but
You poor thing.
it is a fun, goofy game. So
And you
right.
said it was free? Is that what I'm hearing?
right to the end of the month, if you have a PSN Plus.
Okay.
So
Hear that? This is a month of August. So, yeah,
I think normally it's like a $60 game. So
it's a pretty sweet deal.
So I downloaded that. Like I looked at the the screenshot for the what they had for it. I'm like, oh, it looks like fun.
All right.
And
Cool.
I've been
That goes to show, man. That PlayStation Plus is no joke. They give out good games.
Absolutely. Well, good choice, Charles. Anything else you want to add about it?
And from that, because Jenny doesn't like me playing on the TV, so I found out that I could remotely play it on my computer via PlayStation remote, which I was telling you guys about. So you just download it, and your PlayStation has to be on rest mode, and if you're on the same computer network, it'll find your play, and you just hook your PS4 via USB up to your computer, and you can play your PS4 games on your computer.
All right.
If your significant other says, "Stop playing the PlayStation, I want to watch my 600-pound life about being a Duggar."
Not that would ever happen to anyone.
The old 600-pound Duggars.
Yeah.
I had a nickel. All right.
All right.
I'll tell you what
about you?
Mine tonight is a game that people have taken a dump on, and I've been playing it here lately, and I've really, really enjoyed it.
Okay.
People, just got a bad rap. I think a lot of people wanted to talk bad about it without actually ever playing the game. And I say that because it was a Kickstarter, and it got notoriously, lots of shenanigans went on with the Kickstarter. And I don't know the whole story because I didn't back it from the beginning, but it's Mighty Number 9.
Right.
That's my Wii U copy. I haven't, but I've been playing it for Steam because it was like $2, or it came with a humble bundle. That's the only reason I started playing it. I just left my copy sealed because I just assumed it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheap. You can go get it brand new at Walmart for the Wii U anyhow for $20. I don't know what it is on any other platform. It's super cheap on Steam. You download it for next to nothing, $2 or whatever, because it didn't sell because people thought it was bad. The voice acting is bad.
Mm-hmm.
The story is bad. The naming of these are some things that are bad. But what is good? The gameplay is good. It feels very Mega Man-ish. If you don't know, Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Mega Man. The creator of Mega Man broke off from Capcom because Capcom wouldn't make any Mega Man games. He did a Kickstarter, got $1 bajillion given to him to come up with this game called Mighty Number 9, where the hero was Beck, and he would stop robots, and he would add their powers to his, and then they would take on other robots in like a paper, rock, scissors fashion. Sound familiar? Because it's Mega Man.
Just a bit.
It's exactly like Mega Man, but it's man. If you enjoy Mega Man, this is cheap and it's fun. It is. I've been playing it and Mega Man 7. I think it's the one I've been playing. This is just as good, if not better, than
Right.
actual Mega Man game. It's like I said, I've been having fun with it. I haven't finished it yet, but It's good. It's definitely a good. There's a neat mechanic where I really don't know what it does yet, other than it gives you a number. You can, when you get the guys weakened enough, the enemy's weakened enough, you dash through them, and it'll tell you like 80% or 100% or 90%, and then you get a percentage at the end of the level of how you absorb the enemy or whatever. I don't know if it actually does anything. I didn't stick around. I didn't listen to any of the voice acting because it's bad. But for a cheap game, you'll have a good time with it. And just go into it with an open mind, and you'll have fun.
All right. Well, I haven't tried it yet. I think I'll try it at some point. I didn't get all swept up in the negative hype with it.
Well, the negative hype on the game, I mean, the creators, obviously it's awful for, but for us that are just going to kind of play it with an open mind, the negative hype is awesome because it's cheap.
Yeah, cheap is good. Yeah, if it's on the Wii U, I mean, the Wii U needs some more love, so that's a good way to.
You can buy it. Like I said, it's at Walmart for $20, $19.96, brand slapping new for the Wii U. So
nice, I like cheap new games. Awesome. All right, good choice. Definitely one I'm gonna give some more thought to. I mean, like I said, I was gonna play it at some point. Now I'm even more anxious to play it because I mean, I love Mega Man. If it's like Mega Man, you said it's Mega Man-y.
It's very good. It's not even Mega Man-y or Mega Man-ish. It's Mega Man.
If it's Mega Man, then I'm off. I'm game.
I mean,
obviously I love Mega Man. So
you go through a door and there's like the empty room, and then you go to another door, and then there's a room with no exit. That's a boss fight, like that's every Mega Man game.
Yeah,
it's Mighty Number 9.
All right, awesome. Well, good choice, Turf. I can dig it. And as for me, I'm continuing with the theme of affordability and, female ninja. And for those who are familiar with the Tenchu series, I decided to go with a PlayStation 2 game, again, called Tenchu Fatal Shadows. It is a sequel to The Wrath of Heaven, which was a great game. But I think Fatal Shadows is pretty good on its own, too. It still has that Tenchu formula where you have to kind of be the more traditional ninja and sneak around and hide behind walls, grapple onto rooftops, hang in trees, and then go in for the kill, which I think is really, really cool. But what really kind of drew me to it was this new character named Rin. There's something about her that I just think is badass. She has this huge sword, but she doesn't really use it much. She usually just fights with her fists, and most of her stealth kills are with her fists. So I mean, it's a pretty unique character. The villains are neat. The bosses are challenging. It's still a great looking game. I think the PS2 is still able to put out some good looking graphics. I'm trying to think what else about it I really liked. Oh, and you can perform these really cool, like if there's two enemies next to each other, you can kill them both at the same time with a dual stealth kill. They're really flashy and hard to pull off, but I mean, it's just so neat just watching this little taut, skinny female ninja just take down these big old hulks of men and instantly kill them. It's badass. I love the Tenchu series. It's affordable. Last time I checked, it's about $15 complete, so you can't go wrong there. And yeah, I definitely recommend giving the series some more love. And yeah, that's my choice for that. Tenchu Fatal Shadows.
I like it.
Yeah. I think the series just needs some more recognition. You know what I mean?
Is it how many games are they still making games for the?
Nope, I think they stopped a while ago. So, alas, it was over too soon. But
we barely even knew ye.
I know. Well, that's all I got. We still got a little bit of time left, though. Damn, we rushed through that last part.
That was really quick.
Yeah,
I know.
So how are you?
I'm good.
How are you?
Things are going well. Doing
how are
well.
things?
Doing well. Tell your mom and them I said how you doing. Yeah, man. That's about all that's really been going on in my world. The SNE, my Super Nintendo Classic debacle. Man, has anybody looked at that? They found somebody did some research, whatever,
okay,
and decided came to the conclusion that it was bots that bought all those up in the middle of the night. Well,
how?
No shit.
Wait, really?
Well, I mean, who else is going to know?
Stuff.
It was sold out at like 12:03, they were all sold out from Amazon or from Best Buy. I mean, I don't know about Amazon. So yeah, there were bots. Just people set it up to go, and it was constantly searching the internet, just constantly refreshing until, ta-da, they came up, and then like people were there. I know there's one guy in a retro gaming or a gaming group in Texas that had 50. There was another guy somewhere else that had 35. So, yeah, I mean, they're these companies, especially the sought after stuff, these stores, they have to either make it one per customer, one per address or whatever, or make them only in person pre-orders.
Yeah. I think the pre-order in person thing is the best way to go.
Except for Amazon. How's Amazon going to do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, Amazon, I mean, Amazon could probably rule the world for all we know. I mean, they could figure out something.
Well, something as simple as just like a CAPTCHA,
Yeah.
There needs to be something, because that's really going to be a hard market to get into now. You're not going to be able to find one that's not a scalper.
Now, see, with this whole thing, when they had that like midnight release, that was so, what's the word? Secretive, clandestine, something like that. Surely you would think Nintendo would send out a tweet, at least a tweet, or update our Facebook page or something. Like I didn't hear anything.
Well, I'm gonna say that what happened was Nintendo said don't release it before, was it Friday the 22nd or whatever it was? No, that would have been the other day, the 18th, whatever.
Yeah, whatever
last Friday was. Don't release it before Friday at or before that date. And just as soon as that date came around, they said, yeah, we'll sell them at midnight, or open the pre-orders up at midnight. Just made it available. And they may not even, Amazon may not have even cared that this thing was going to be a big deal. Best Buy did not care.
No, Best Buy doesn't care. They're trying to sell printers and scanners and
washing machines.
Yeah, fridges.
They don't care about video games. They're an electronics store, and they've got a spot for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I'm high on my GameStop. I really, they did it right. So I can't really complain about that. But Amazon probably just said, yeah, they had it set up on the computer to go for sale on this date. As soon as that date clicked and on the West Coast time, they went up for sale automatically. There was not somebody there to push a button or anything like that. It was just set up to start on that date.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Charles, did you want one too, or you're just kind of
I kind of wanted one, but
have y'all? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just forgot about it. I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I was thinking about I've got to get $140 digital chemistry book code online access homework shit.
I was watching the video of it, I guess today or yesterday. Have you seen the Nintendo commercial for the Super NES or SNES Classic?
No.
Either one of y'all. They made it so 90s. It looks like a play, now you're playing with power, super power. It looks like one of those commercials. Man. It's incredible. It really is. And they were showing clips of all the games on it. I was like, dude, I've got to go back and play some Super Nintendo games. I really want to play Donkey Kong Country. I really want to play Super Metroid. I played Mario not too long ago, so I'm okay. I've got my Mario World fixed for a while.
Yeah.
I really need to play. I mean, they're all right there just looking at me. I need to play Super Punch-Out and Super Mario Kart. Yeah, not Mario Kart. It's not that good. But
controversy statement again.
No, that's not controversy. They've done it so much better since then.
I know, they really.
The first one, like, it was a cool idea, and I had a blast with it at the time. But like Mario World, you can go back to and play.
Oh God, yeah.
Mario Kart has come so far, you can't go back and play the original.
Oh man, after Mario 64, Kart 64 came out, that was like the formula for perfection right there. I was like, how
That's
could they
about as far back as you can go?
Yeah, they kept on improving and getting better, and love it.
Mario Kart 8 is phenomenal.
Yeah. I haven't played that one yet. I'm so bad at Mario Kart though, like it's embarrassing how bad I am.
You don't have to be good at it. You just don't have to be. Just go. You got a Wii U, didn't you?
Yeah, I have a Wii U. Yeah.
Yeah, well, go ahead and find you Mario Kart 8 for it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Don't spend much for it. You can find it cheap, surely. But
well, now that the Switch one's out, I'm sure I can find it really cheap.
Oh,
my guess.
absolutely.
So
But there's a lot of good games on the thing. I'd like to go back and play Legend of Zelda if I had time. I played it a couple of years ago, and it's still fun.
I know that Secret of Mana is still fun. I'll be the first to tell you all that, America. So
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to have a little bit of a confession right now. Little inside from our parents' basement. I've never played Secret of Mana.
oh man.
Nor have I.
Oh, you both are breaking my heart.
I need to. I've wanted to. It's right. I think it's right up there. Yeah, there it is. I can see it right next to Secret of Evermore, between Mega Man Soccer and Secret of Evermore. It's right there.
Man, oh man. Yeah, definitely. I still think it plays well. I mean, the writing. I mean, it's a '90s RPG. It's gonna have some cheesy writing, but yeah, it's so much fun. I love it. If there's a way to like, oh man, Secret of Mana over the internet, that'd be ideal. That'd be so cool.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. I watched, and I'm not a Let's Play kind of guy. I don't watch many Let's Plays. I don't watch other people play games usually. But I got to watching our buddy Norm, the gaming historian. He was playing through Mario RPG, and I got
Also
to
a good
watching
one.
it, and I actually got kind of interested in just not having to, figure out anything, or just kind of letting it happen. It was kind of like playing Chrono Trigger on New Game Plus. You know what's going to happen. You're just rolling through and enjoying the story. I kind of like that. So maybe I'll do more of that. I don't know, but I'd like to just be able to roll through some of these games and not really work at them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of games I just want to like get to the credits and move on. I get
Well,
you.
not even get to the credits. I'd like to enjoy the ride. I just don't want to do the grinding part of it, and I don't want to do the hard part. I just want it to be easy and just happen and let me hear the story. Let me see what's going on.
Well, you'll be
sense?
happy to know that Secret of Mana isn't too bad in the grinding front. So,
Well, I mean, of course, me, Jason, the way I played RPGs, the way I played the RPG games.
what are you calling that?
The way I did that, I had to have whoever was in my party up to 99.
Ooh.
I did that like Final Fantasy 3.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little spot where you could go fight dinosaurs, and I had to have
all
all my guys have all the spells.
Mm-hmm.
You equip them with the different espers, and they had to have 100% on all the spells, and they had to have 99 on everything. And I wanted it where Sabin, the guy that used the claws, I wanted his hits. You would do the thing where he would hit 2 times and then hit with each hand. So he would attack 4 times, and it would be 9999.
Yeah.
So say 10,000 4 times. So he would kill everybody immediately. That took a lot of grinding, but I did it.
Man, now that's dedication. That's some Philip level of dedication right there. You make me very proud.
That's Jason, 14 years old and didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I did that. Talk about grinding in these games. I did that in Kadash for TurboGrafx 16.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's so easy to level up in that.
I never played that. Yeah, I never played that one.
It's not a cheap game now.
Of course it isn't.
I paid like $15 for it. I guess it's going for about $100 now.
No joke.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, so
the RPGs being the expensive ones. That's just not fair to RPG fans all over. Gosh darn.
Yeah, and I just leveled up in the first level and went through and finished the game in like 5 seconds after that, something like that. So, well
done. So you saved the world, watched those credits roll, and felt good about yourself. Well, I just got my cue to start ending this thing. So I'm going to hand the floor to Jason. And Jason, how can we? God damn it! How can we listen to this and other episodes?
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Like I say every week, if you enjoyed this episode of Our Parents' Basement and you're watching us on the YouTubes, you can look right over there. And there are 69 other episodes. That's right, folks. 69.
69, dude.
Since this is episode 70, there's 69 more. So check those out. Enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment. We'd love to hear from y'all. If you, the meat of this, what this thing is really meant for, because all the YouTube is just looking at our faces while we talk. What we really meant this for is to record the audio and put it on your mobile device. It's anywhere you want to take, or you can download podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, all those fantastic places. Take us with you. There are 70 plus hours of Our Parents' Basement. That's almost 3 days. So, wow.
That's like one RPG.
No, it's like,
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like we have an RPG's worth of conversation.
Yeah. If you're lost at sea and you have us downloaded on your phone,
And 72 hours for the battery, I want to know what phone you have.
Yeah, for real.
So they got the solar panel, Anyway.
Oh, when you're stranded at sea, of course, you go with your solar panel. Anyways, we'd like to hear from y'all. Interact with us. Hit us up on Twitter at OPB Podcast, Facebook.com/OPB Podcast. We're on Instagram at OPB Podcast, Gmail.com. We're once again OPB Podcast. So y'all just hit us up any way you possibly can. I love hearing from y'all. I love the sweet tweets and the Facebook messages and the whatnottery. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like, because we'll try to make it better, but we just need to know how.
That's how we do.
Please. So that's all I got, guys. It's awesome hanging out with y'all. I love it. I love spending this hour a week together. Thank you. And thank everybody that watched, listened, especially you that comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes, thank you all.
That was gorgeous. That was well done. Like they both said, thank you all for listening.
Thank you both for listening.
Thank you both. Yeah. Thank you all for listening, and thank you both for being a part of this thing. It is lots of fun. I look forward to it every week. Thursdays are one of my favorite days of all time now. That being said, we have to say goodbye. So we'll be back next week with a brand new topic, which I think we already have figured out. And I'm looking forward to
Game of Thrones.
There it is. Spoiler alert. So we'll see you next week with that topic. And until then, take care of yourselves.
Arrivederci, baby.
Arrivederci.